Hey guys, so welcome to another edition of Two Topic Tuesday. As you can see in the title above, I'm going to be talking about the Salvation Army and an update on Sweden. So let's get right into this. Alright, for those of you who don't know, I've mentioned before that I work at the Salvation Army, and it's a minimum wage kind of a herp-de-derp job. It's not terrible. Like, the actual work is not terrible, but there are a few perks that keep me around and keep a lot of other people around. For example, I get 50% off of all clothing, which sounds really nice, but then you got to think, oh, well, shirts there are like $1 or $2, so 50% off $1 is 50 cents. I mean, you add everything all together, and it does become a big deal. But occasionally I only really get a shirt or pair of pants or something for $2, that's after the 50% off. So that's a pretty good deal. And because the Salvation Army, we accept donations, everybody who works there gets first dibs on anything that comes into donations. Typically we do have to pay just a little bit. If not, if it's a CD or something, then even the managers do it. The managers actually encourage it so that we don't have so much crap around. Even the managers, we just take things back. If we like them, especially CDs or DVDs. If it's a piece of furniture or something, then we'll get a discount on it, and we still have to pay for it. But I mean, paying $20 for a couch is a pretty good deal. Especially some really nice couches. We get some really nice stuff. It's interesting what people give away. Anyway, so I don't normally take home this much stuff, but I just couldn't pass up a lot of it. So got some CDs here, got some DVDs here, and I'm just gonna go through basically what they are. So first off, Pink Floyd, The Wall. I do like Pink Floyd. There are a few songs here that I actually do know. A lot of them I don't, so this is going to be interesting. I haven't actually seen the movie, The Wall, but it's Pink Floyd. Why not? This one is Spinal Tap. Wait, there's a lot of reflection. Spinal Tap. It's called Break Like the Wind. I think this must have been the CD that came after the movie, but before their most recent CD, which is back in 2009. I think that one's called Back from the Dead. So I don't know any of the songs on here, but it's Spinal Tap. You can't really go wrong. Big Bottoms. These next two CDs are by one of my favorite bands that I never actually had the physical copy of of these CDs. So now I do. The band is called Fastball. This one is the Harsh Light of Day. Is the name of this CD, and this is All the Pain Money Can Buy. So if you haven't heard of Fastball, then what I really recommend you listen to is a song called The Way. It was probably their biggest hit back in the 90s. It was it's the one that most people know. It's the only one that I knew when I rediscovered these guys. They've got like 5 CDs now, and each one of them is great. The first one's like kind of like fast punky kind of stuff, and then they get a little more alternative as the CDs go on, but it's really good stuff. The other song you might know is Out of My Head. It's got some nice keyboard organ kind of stuff. But if you haven't checked out Fastball, do it. They're good. Next we have Nirvana Unplugged in New York. The copy that I had is scratched, so I just decided to just get another one. Because a couple of the songs were skipping, and it didn't sound very good. So this is a unplugged set. This is Nirvana, good stuff. Eve 6. The only song that a lot of people might know is Inside Out, which is pretty big in the 90s. It's the only song that I know by them, and I heard that they actually have a new song out. I need to go check that out soon, probably after I'm finished with this. And again, it's the only song that I know, so I'm excited to see what else this has. Next up, the Beatles. I'm not a Jack Douglas super Beatles fan. I actually don't own any of the Beatles, so why not start with the White Album? This has some good songs that I do know. Birthday, Helter Skelter, Back in the USSR. Why Don't We Do It in the Road? Helter Skelter. So, you know, don't actually own any Beatles. Good place to start is the White Album, I guess. Hopefully that collection will grow. Third Eye Blind. This is the CD with Semi-Charmed Life, Jumper, you know, those kind of songs. They're on the radio station that I listen to a lot, so, and I like their songs. Wow, 2 Jack Douglas bands in a row, Beatles and Third Eye Blind. Do do do. And this last CD it's called Low Symphony by Philip Glass. Philip Glass is a 20th century composer, 20th century music composer, which is some very like ethereal things, you know, just interesting sounding music. The music doesn't necessarily have like a steady beat. Like it's always like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like kind of all over the place, but it still all combines pretty well. Like I'm starting to sound like a pretentious music snob, but you know, like it's not for everybody. But I like what I've heard of Philip Glass, so I'm excited to see what this is. Considering how each of there's only 3 songs on the CD. The first one's 15 minutes, second one's 11 minutes, and the third one's almost 16. So yeah, those are the CDs that I got. And now we got some DVDs. First up, no, it's not actually Stand By Me. I work in the electronics where these DVDs and CDs come in, so I have to open them up to make sure that the actual DVD is in there. And I opened this up, this is a couple weeks ago, and I see Mystery Science Theater 3000. This one in particular is Manos, The Hands of Fate. I've been able to get a chance to actually watch this one, and boy, is Manos bad. Manos is terrible. It's incredibly bad. For those of you who are fans of really bad movies, really terrible movies, let's see. This is worse than Troll 2. This is worse than The Room. This is worse than Tommy Wiseau. That's saying something. The commentary over this is hilarious. It's probably some of the funniest stuff I've heard from Mystery Science Theater 3000. So yeah, I finally watched it, and oh my god, Manos, Hands of Fate. Terrible. Next up is something that I've had for a while that I got a couple weeks ago. Men Who Stare at Goats. Seen it a couple of times. Didn't actually own the physical DVD of it, so it's a good movie. I liked George Clooney, Jeff Bridges. They list Goat in the actors up there. Ewan McGregor. You know, it's a good movie. I like it. Next, we have a couple of CDs of episodes of Batman the Animated Series. Now, this is the original 90s Batman, as you can tell by the artwork on the back. So each one has, according to this, 4 thrilling episodes. Yeah! So, yeah. 8 episodes of the original Batman. Pretty good. This next movie is one that I actually haven't seen, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've been wanting to see it for quite a while, ever since it came out back in 90-something. 99. And the reason that I wanted to see it was because it has Kel Mitchell from Kenan and Kel, and it was like probably the last thing he was in. I don't even know what else he was in. I don't do my research before I do these, so I'm sure he's been in other things, but I mean, it's okay. It's Mystery Men. Never actually seen it. Heard it was interesting. I've always wanted to see it, so yeah, Mystery Men. And this last one is one that I actually watched today during work. Again, I work in the electronics section, so I have a big TV right in front of me that I just throw on movies and go through my day. I get boxes full of DVDs and full of CDs, and I have to just go through them, make sure it's in there, and then pull it aside. If it's not in there, throw it away. Just very basic stuff. So I put on a movie. One time I actually watched all 3 Austin Powers in one day, and this is what I watched in the last 2 hours of work today. Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is a relatively recent movie. It's like 2009. George Clooney and Meryl Streep. This is a good movie. I love the animation style of it. I love the humor of it. It's essentially the Royal Tenenbaums, but with foxes. I think it's actually made by the same guy who did the Royal Tenenbaums, Wes Anderson. So, yeah, like the art style is great, the comedy is great. This I just love this movie. It's a good hour and a half movie to just have on. Get some friends over. Hey, let's watch the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Whatever. So yeah, that was my haul for today. Bunch of DVDs, bunch of CDs. Wow, this is already 10.5 minutes. So, so that was the first topic. I'm gonna try to really fast go through the second topic, which is an update on Sweden. So, the last thing that I told you about Sweden was that I got an email from a guy over in Vascara, Sweden, who is opening a school. I got an email from the principal of that school saying he liked my application and would like to interview me in Skype. So, the only real update is that we've actually set the date now. It's March. It's this coming Monday. So this coming Monday in the morning. So I'm really excited for that. Hopefully he, like the other guy, says that I had good answers for his questions. And who knows? Let's see, it opens in August. So in 5 or 6 months' time, I may be teaching math to a bunch of Swedish kids. Who knows? I don't know. I'm sorry.